Not yet. Good afternoon, everybody. How are y'all doing? I am doing just peachy. Listen to some sweet tunes. Oh, where's my pad? Where's my pad? Oh, there's my pad. My handy dandy drawing pad. Let's get this done. Who's ready for today? I'm ready. This is going to be a very quick stream. So let's get to it. My second screen is running very slow. And hi. Welcome to my animation stream. Today we're get over here, you mouse. We are going to be hopefully finishing the Frogman Attack cycle. So last time, I know it was a couple days ago, a lot's gone on since the last animation stream. If you hadn't known or seen the post that I just posted earlier today, I'm finally now allowed to announce that I have been working on the Shopkins Shop and Seek game. It's like a Pokemon Go version of Shopkins. I've been working with Blipped, contract as an animator since August, the very beginning of August. I've been doing a few characters. In the video, only 2 of mine are shown, which is fine, which is great. But I've done, let's see, I think 5. I'm on my 5th character now. 6? 5th? 6th? It doesn't matter. It's a very neat game. It's very happy I can finally now talk about it. It's just funny. Well, I can talk about that the game's out and I've been working on it. In the video, if you see, I've worked on the Shelly egg character. It's a little egg in a little frying pan and a little baby bottle. But the baby bottle is like the 3rd character, so I don't know what happened with the other few that could have been on there. I don't know. They designed it. I didn't. I just animate the characters. That's all I did. But it's been fun. I absolutely love working on it. I knock out a bunch of animations every day for them, so I have a blast doing it. But glad I can now finally talk about it. Now it's finally got a release date in spring, as it says. So can't wait for you guys to play it. But so I've been working. I just picked up another character, and that's why it's been a while. I had to work on that, but I was gonna stream a little bit after my work days, but it's been getting a little hectic. And not only that, but a few other things have been happening that um, that have caused me not to be able to stream as much over the past just 2 or 3 days. But I'm getting back into the habit of streaming every day, if not every day, then every other day, or at least to sorry, setting up camera. Or if not every day, every other day, and if not animation, then um, it will be gaming. Apex Legends, maybe Call of Duty if I can get back into it. What other games I got? Kingdom Hearts 3. I beat that one, which was fun. Made me cry like 15 times in the end. That was just a ridiculous whirlwind. I think I have the stream up if you didn't watch it, but hey man, it's fun. Yeah, I just got 100% it. Get my character up to level 99. I think he's only at like 40 right now. So I kind of sucks. And it's going to take a little bit longer, but I'm not going to touch that for a bit. I'm pretty much sure it's going to be just Apex Legends for a little bit. But hey, Apex Legends is pretty cool. A lot of people are liking it. I've been catching a lot of wins, so I did adjust a few things between last stream. I got my notes back from the game lead game. I don't know his official title position, lead game designer on the SCAD game for this. Got my notes back. He wanted a more wider swing on the sword, so I did that. It was actually I found out it was actually kind of just like bugged out a little bit, but fixed it. That's pretty much it. And that's what we got. We'll see without that. There we go. So, last time I mentioned I used this as reference, this book, game animation book by Jonathan Cooper, because the reason why I bought this was I haven't done every game animation, like with the Shopkins game. I've done some animations and stuff like that. Walk cycles, a little dance sequence, a few other things, but I haven't done like a lot of specific platformer action game stuff like attack cycles, jumps, and stuff like that. So I needed a little help with this, and this has been very helpful, giving me a few keys. But I also have to think a little bit differently because it doesn't completely go into everything, but it's been very helpful. Like with this, it says attack cycles. There's also a difference between the main character and an attacking one. Like I said before, I want to slow the attack down a little bit, only to give the player a cue to know to dodge at that point. And the character, I know for a fact, does a dodge roll. So that is what we're going to keep it at. And the other thing is he also says to lead with the head a little bit. So that's what I was trying to do. I had a bunch of stuff going on last stream too that was just messing this thing out. This computer, Maya crashed like multiple times. If you don't know Maya crashes all the dang time. But got it. I feel like the movement's pretty nice for what I want right now. I fixed the sword swing, which another reference that I wasn't able to bring up last time because I was just having to redo a bunch of it because of the Maya crashing. What the hell that is this thing. I'm going to post this up in the chat for all of you to see. Oh, there we go. There you go. I wonder if that shows up. Sweet. Post it to YouTube and Twitch. I don't see it on Facebook. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna post this link up for it. And my second screen is going very slow because I decided to put the internet to go straight to. Oh, come on. Put the internet straight to my main computer instead of this one so I can listen to some music. There you go. Got it. Bye. Alright. So this is the constraint animations that this guy talks about from this game. Oh my god, I forget the name of the game. I have not played it. It looks that game. That's the name of it right there. Lyco. No. That's the name of the guy. What the hell is the name of that game? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But he goes over a bunch of the constraints that I've been using with this, but he does one particularly on the sword. And he creates this locator that adjusts the tip of the sword, and when he does an attack, and sorry, I'm hearing him talk, and I know you can't hear it, but I'm hearing it. It's, whenever I hear somebody trying to say the same thing I am, he was able to create a locator on the tip of the sword, and it's able to create a motion trail where the sword tip is going to go, and it creates a nice smoothing action. Whereas if he just did the keyframes from here to here, it does some weird stuff in between with the sword and does not look right. So he creates this constraint, and I'm going to show you how it's done. We don't really need it because it actually came out right the first time. Like, I mean, I did key this by hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames. It's okay. I mean, it's fine. It's perfect, actually. Look at that. Look how quick that moves, too. You want it to move quicker, too, when you're doing a regular animation for a main character as opposed to an enemy like this, but it works. But the technique he uses, I have it written down just in case I forget, because it's a little bit different than turn on those, turn on locators. So it's a little bit different than what I've normally been doing to create the overlapping with the other things. And that's also what we're going to be finishing today too, is when I show you this little technique for the hand and the tip of the sword, we're going to do the fingers, the belly shield, the tongue, and a little bit of adjustments here and there, a little bit of final cleanup. Should not take that long. I just wanted to get a quick stream in today to catch everybody up with what's been going on. If you came in late and watching this, you just rewatch the video. I explained a lot of what's been going on, but I will be streaming again on a more regular basis. It just may be more in the afternoon as opposed to the morning like I've been normally doing it, and definitely on the weekends. However, not this weekend because my mother is flying up from Florida and I don't get to see my mother that often. I really want to spend some time with her. Not only that, she's staying with me too, so my wife would yell at me even if I was on my computer. So that is that. Back to this. We're focusing on animation. All right. So the way that this works is we have to create a locator at the tip of the sword. Awesome. Change that back to world. Tip of the sword. Parent location at tip of the sword to wrist. Parent location. Maintain offset. Okay. Wow, I can't even read my own handwriting. Awesome. I've done this like 5 times, and I'm already messing up. Awesome. I think we have to create another one here. Right. Just want to make sure. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. For some reason, I feel like my notes are wrong. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I thought I needed a third. I know I'm going to need 3 locators in total. Just want to make sure it was right, so I don't need that one. This locator is the child of that chain parent key. Oh, just bake this. So now we have that. Bake locator and delete constraint. Alright, let's delete the constraint on that locator. There we go. And then 2 more locators. One at the wrist. I love this script. If I haven't said it already, there's a nice little easy script you can just Google. It's like a locator on create locator on selection. I forget exactly what it is. Or you can just create it yourself. It's not that difficult to write. You literally just create a control or any object, and wherever the pivot is, it will create a locator and copy its translations, rotations, scales, everything um, to that to where whatever you have selected. Very, very handy, so you don't have to keep doing a bunch of different stuff. Um, so two at the wrist, right? Point and orient, bake. All right. The only thing now I'm forgetting is where the second locator is. hmm Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna be on the constraint. We need another locator, so we're gonna create another locator at that same exact point, make it the child of this one, and then we are gonna parent constraint of remove maintain offset. Bam. There's that. No, I'm wrong. We are gonna do point and orient. Point and constraint. Bam. There we go. Big parent locator and remove orient constraint. So I'm going to select this, key this, bake that. Awesome. And then orient constraint goodbye. And then aim constraint child locator as the child to. So this is going to be the parent to this locator. And we're going to do an aim constraint. Constraint aim. And world up. No. Parent locator is world up. Just want to make sure to do that right. So this locator, locator 2, should be the up vector. There you go. Apply. So now, haha, I was wrong. Did I do something wrong? Awesome. Great stream going so far. I feel like I did something wrong. We might have to do everything all over again. hmm I baked that. Sometimes my constraints have been weird lately. I don't know why. And I did that. Wait, what the hell is it? Oh, I gotta create an orient, another orient. Okay, forgot one step, and I didn't write it down, and that's why it was just a minor thing. So then I take this locator, do that, and then create another orient. There we go. Oh, Nelly. Well, it works. It is working. The only thing is something is off with, yeah, it's the trans. So this is not going to be able to work with this rig, and it's the rig that's why I can't do this. But if you were to do the same thing, this wrist should not move. But that's how you would do it. You'd be able to control this tip and animate it that way. And when you look at the animation graph, this is like the actual. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? You know why it didn't work? I actually could tell you why it didn't work. Because I was wrong on the rig thing too. Alright, tail offset. Bam. There we go. Now it should work. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Itchy back. Itchy back. I was a dummy. But now, if you look, that tip of the sword, it still has the same exact animation I just did. However, I can now adjust this however I want. I can even create a motion trail on this locator, and we are going to do that. Create editable motion trail. We're going to look at that motion trail. We can adjust this however we want. And it will do its adjustments. Hell, you could even go here and adjust it across the path, but I kind of like the path it's doing already. It's actually not a bad path, except for 24 and 25. Oh, you jerk. So I select that. There you go. 24 and 25, we're going to adjust. Oh, no. There. And it's physically adjusting my motion trail. Check that out. That is beautiful. It is complete and utter control over the tip of the sword. That's fine that this is happening because you know what? It's doing this long attack. You don't even see it. So I want to move that back. So, moving the motion trail, moving the locators, and removing this. I just did slight minor adjustments. So this is the speed we want. It's coming across. You can't even notice that there's... See that? You don't even notice it. It happens so quick. Yeah. Just to make sure I'm doing my notes right. And for what Logan said. Let's see if I can pull it up. Oh, is it on Discord? Where did he last message me? I remember he posted an image for me on what exactly he wanted. No, that's not it. That's something else. Where did my email go? That is weird. Ah, there it is. Okay. Let's match the image that's going on. Yeah, he's got a much wider reach now. Straight armed. It's out pretty much as far as it can go. We're going to turn on that motion trail, turn on that locator, and we're going to see if we can just extend it out further if we can. But we don't want to be too close to this point because then it's going to look like it's going to slow down right here. We don't want that happening at all. If anything, I'm going to create a larger arc maybe. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I want. Come on, bitch. You know what I want? I want to talk to Samson. I love Dave Chappelle. I love Half Baked. Let's take off that motion trail. It's in the way. There we go. Yeah, I feel like it's got a wider reach now. You can physically... Okay. So it's a little optical... It's a little illusion. What's going on right here is you are seeing this like almost invisible block from how quick it actually moves. So that's exactly what I want. It's beautiful. I think it's pretty good. I think it's very good. I extended the reach. I think we're very good right now. That's what we want. So with that, after you do that, well, when you do that constraint method, or when you do any other constraint method, the one thing you have to absolutely do, if you do not do this, and say you hand it off, well, especially in game animation with cinematic type of animation, it wouldn't really matter because it's going to most likely be rendered out through Maya. For game animation, though, when it's brought over to any given engine, you're literally only handing over the skeleton. You're not handing over the mesh. What happens is they take the skeleton and its skin weight and they combine it together in engine, and that's how it works. Not in Maya. You don't hand over the entire thing in Maya, which kind of sucks. But it's, I guess, less work on the animator. I guess, but you need to make sure that the controls have the control the thing set in. But once when you bake it, then you don't need any of the locators anymore. So you can just delete all those, and that also removes the constraints if you're worrying about, oh, there's constraints there. It's like, no, there isn't, and that's how that's done. But now that it is done, now that the arm's done, the full movement is done, feet look pretty good. I'm not going to do too much on it. I didn't see any popping there. Maybe just that knee, but nothing major. The only thing we are going to do is work that wrist and the fingers next, belly shield, and then tongue, and then do final cleanup if I see anything else, and we're done. How long has the stream been going on for? I can't tell. But I know. I think Austin, you're watching right now. I think you're the only one watching right now. But I did not get to look at the link you posted entirely yet. I've been a little. It is pretty high. Yes, it is intentional. So in the book, the reason that I'm doing that is specifically from what the book said, is you want a visible retraction, and I want it pretty close to idle. It doesn't have to be exactly on idle, but I want it to go back up that high for a few reasons. One, you need a retraction a little bit because it sets it up close for if there's like a combo attack, especially for the main character. If you got a few combo attacks, it's going to come up to that, and it's going to somewhat blend into the next attack. There's a few different ways. Like the book goes into much more detail than I'm giving it on why they do that, but you need a little retraction. I probably could do it less on the height back. Probably don't need it that high, but could probably lower it. But you do need some sort of. Actually, it looks a little bit better. Thank you for that tip. But it, I wanted to take the amount of time that it is, because since it's an enemy character, you need a few visible cues for the character to do certain things. The first one is the big one, to know when to dodge. The second one is its retraction, to know when to do the attack. So normally, like say God of War, right? Or Dark Souls. You dodge, and then you get a few seconds to lick an attack, and then you dodge again. That is why I'm doing it specifically for an enemy character. For a main character, player control character, it's going to be a little bit different. Things are going to be moving a little bit quicker. You might not have as an exaggerated retraction as this guy is, but I did it on purpose. And that's also the other thing that's mentioned in this book. You have to keep a few of these things in mind, like specifically for what kind of character it is, if it's an enemy or main character, different things like that. But I have a method. I have a solid method, and it's pretty good. But right now we're going to work the fingers. The fingers, again, like last time, are going to be barely noticeable, but I like to do them anyway because it's just easy. It's easy, and it gets some good overlapping action. So I've also been testing out this. If you knew I wasn't busy, I am busy, Tanner. He's not watching. I just get texts from people. It's easy, and it gives an overlapping action. Now with the walk cycle, it's very easy to do, and it still made it look very nice, just to get the fingers in there. They don't need a lot, though. That's the thing. And it's in a pretty relaxed pose anyway. Now there is one thing that's really weird with the rig is you can't. Like, this is how you have to. It's gonna always keep this arc. That's just the rig. It's not that big a deal, but I can't do that, and that's what I want to do. But it's gonna stay most relaxed. It's not that big a deal. It really isn't. I know. I keep saying it really isn't. Not that big a deal. I repeat myself. I'm sorry. I'm a funny guy. No, I'm not. Sorry. I had a lot of coffee today. Did I not grab those joints? That's annoying. Hopefully one day, though, I will get many viewers watching me, and you did make a good tip on the arm. It was a little bit high, and it could have gone lower. But I do like to over-exaggerate. I'm starting to over-exaggerate things more first, and then lessen it and lessen it. Um, it's I normally try and keep it real, as close to realism as possible, instead of exaggeration on squash and stretch. And I need to break a little bit from that to get used to that type of animating, because I'm normally not that type of animator that animates Um, I call it like a Pixar style. If you know Pixar, they legit like stretch and break their arms, rubber hose them as much as they can at times, or especially DreamWorks too. DreamWorks would do it as well. Um, but I need to tempt at their style and try and understand it more as opposed to just disregarding it. I will never disregard any art style just because I don't like it. Not saying I don't like Pixar or DreamWorks. It's just I like a realistic animation style the way that I animate. I love Pixar movies. Not what I'm saying. It's just it's also a very common type of animation to see, especially with SCAD students. Not that that's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just very common, and I like seeing different types of animation or knowing all different types of animation as opposed to just sticking with one. And we in the animation field are going are like developing these different animation styles. It's like it's not just 3D animation anymore. It's like it's a very cartoony style. You have realistic style. You got the motion. Oh my God, the motion cap animations. Like we're starting to develop these, and then soon there's gonna be branching into more different styles. You got the Spider-Man style, which does do similar to a Pixar-y stretch, but it's also doing it at like a that the little skippy animation where it's like only a couple frames. So we're developing in the animation and gaming as a whole. We're developing these different styles. It's popping again. I'm gonna remove that. I don't like it doing that. I barely notice it, but I'm not worried too much about it. I'm just playing with the hands, seeing different things I can do with them. Whoa, not what I wanted to grab. I'm seeing a lot of popping real quick. Oh, ow. Back problems. I need to sit up straight anyway. I need to stretch out my back really bad too. I used to have these back. Oh wow, yeah, they're coming back. So I used to have a back problem where I get like these pins and needles in my back and they start to hurt. They've started coming back, and I need to start stretching my back more. I'll sit up properly. I'll play with the rotation on the wrist. Whoa. Better. You're getting there. We are getting there. So I'm noticing a shape when it's moving. It's a curled one, and then it goes away, and I want to keep the curled shape. Or I'm gonna try. There we go. So from there to there, we don't want to do. We want to do that. Whoa, whoa. Don't know what the hell that was. We're gonna zero that out. Nope, not zero it. Sorry. Listen to that one. Hide it. I really wanted to do this. Get that nice bend in the hand, but it's just bending like weirdly at the fingers and it's not adjusting the rest of it. Yeah, it's doing like a weird like that sort of thing. Not what I wanted to do. What I can do is try and adjust the wrist, but we already did some wrist adjustment. Because you can now see that weird shape that's happening. Let's see if that fixes it. Well, I fixed the curve. I could still see the shape. That's fine. From this angle is good. From this angle, barely notice it. So, that's fine. Did that. Let's work the belly shield, because I have an idea what I want for the tongue. I want it to do... See if I can draw it. I need to practice my drawing again. I haven't drawn in so long. Not so long. It's been like a couple of days, but that's a long time for me. I want it to like follow the sword and then delay it by like so much. So yeah, I have an idea for one for the sword. You're not going to be able to see it, but um, not until I do it. But for the belly shield, it's going to drag a little bit at first. What we can do is we can do the entirety of the beginning of that reference that I put up there. We can do the whole thing just like that. Show locators again. Create that, become the parent. Doesn't matter if it's maintain offset or not. Key, big animation. There we go. Which one uses outliner? It's tool. Outliner. Make that the parent to that. Now we can play. That's annoying. So, I know I've done this a bunch. What I do is I take the entire animation, I guess. I take the entire cycle, I double it, and I move it back this way to this point, so it's the same rotation. It's just I'm able to delay it in time by frame, and that's why I do it. And when I do that, frame 35 and 31 are going to be exactly the same. Uh, but I normally won't do all of it at the same time. I just like to see what happens when I delay all of it at the same time. I want more rotation to it. But we are going to. The only really one I like delaying a lot is the up and down because it's the one that's most noticeable. But if we delay the front and back, it's going to go through the body too much, and we don't want that. Up and down, it's not. The other thing is we sometimes have to clean it up. Um, so we want it to start going down at this point more. We definitely don't want it going that high either, so we're going to lower it. We want it to stay down longer too. It's actually should almost rocket down. You don't want it going too low though. Maybe too low. Yeah, it's too low. Just that. We just want a little hang time when it's at the bottom, so it gives it that really show of weight too. This is just the up and down too. We haven't even touched the rotation. Actually, it is strapped to his belly. It's up and down. It's going to move a lot. It's up and down. It's going to move less than what I anticipating because it's now just looking. But it's still down motion is going to move more than its up motion because of the weight of it. It's a gigantic metal piece on top of his stomach. Something's off about it. I can't tell what right now. I think it goes down way too much. Jesus, Louise. Yeah, I realize I'm doing a lot of the stuff I just did. Awesome. I like that. Let's play with the rotation a bit. Want it to roll around the stomach, which it's now doing. How did that happen? I like it. Any objections? Yay, nay? Doesn't matter. I'm going with what I feel. And I kind of like the way it is. It gives the belt almost an elastic feel. But it does drop a little bit lower and holds a bit lower than when it goes up. Actually, I think I might replace some of these frames. I just want to see something. Yeah, okay, so it's adjusting. I wanted to also adjust some of the rotation I did. Yeah, I like that. Good, 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 good. I like it. Key B. Wow, this is another Samurai Champloo song. I've never heard this one though. Ridiculously good. Awesome. Ugh. Alright, there's that. There's shield. Last thing to do, aside from cleanup, is the tongue. So we're going to try and get this exactly where I want to go. We're going to move these ones too. What I really want is at this frame. Just to get back here if I can. Oh, shnikes. So this tongue is also going to be a lot of a main center point for the eye. The eye is going to follow this freaking tongue, I guarantee it. But yeah, at this frame, I want it to hit this key. So it's going to whip, bam, there. That's going to be the next key. Oh, you know what would be good reference for this? Toad from X-Men. X-Men 1, the original. Not X-Men Origins, though. Not Wolverine, but... Whoa. Oh. Oh. Jeez. What's doing that? Or did I clear out the wrong control? Is that the... Yeah, okay. Oh, no. Yeah. Grab the wrong control. What control are you? That's weird. close, a little bit more snappy. Just want to see a few things. What are you doing, sir? Huh, huh. It's gross. Not liking any of this. Okay, so I think we're gonna delete all of that. That's another thing, is if you're not liking how an animation is going, always feel free to delete any and all animation you have done. Wow, I'm tired. Just hit me like a wave. If you ever feel like something's just not looking right or working out right, you can always just delete animation, start over again. Never feel like you have to. Um, oh God, keep animating just a bad animation. Like I will happily, like if Logan came to me and said, "Hey, do this entire animation over again," um, I would be okay with it. I don't hold on to this by any means, even though I do like it. Like even if I was to work at a company and I did like a ton of like a really long animation, they told me I need to start again. I wouldn't. I'd be like, all right. As much as I would be like, man, I wasted a lot of time on that. Like if they don't like it, like I wanna make them love it. I'll do everything I can to do that. That's the motion I'm looking for. Just give me 1 second. Gotta answer this jokester. Alright, that's the motion I want to play with. That was a little bit rough. Don't worry. I'm honestly just mainly focusing from 10 on, onto this. Oh, scared the crap out of me. Jeez. 2 seconds. Sorry, my stuff just got messed up. That was a mistake on my computer. I'm just gonna shut it down. Not this computer, my second computer or laptop, whatever. Goodbye. Oh man. Okay. Thank you, dogs. Thank you. All right, and we're back. No, there. Transition. Bam. Hello again. All right, we're gonna finish this because that's what we're gonna do. Sorry, I'm I'm a sleepy boy. That's looking better. What do you think? Yay, nay? Maybe we should snap a little more. Close. Hmm. God, I'm tired. I don't know about you. I'm tired. I don't feel 100% right now. Jesus. This tongue. This tongue, man. I'm just not liking it. Alright. I'm a little tired. I'm staring at the screen all day. I need a break. I need like a long break. I'm sorry to cut this stream shorter and not finishing it. It is. Thank you. It's just it is hard to do with that much momentum, but I've been animating all day. Like I work as an animator. I don't know if you're watching it on Twitch right now, on Facebook. Today, I'm working for a phone game company. We finally are able to announce the phone game. It's Shopkins, Shop and Seek. Shopkins are like a little collectible toy for children. Um, I didn't know what they were until I jumped onto the team, but that's what I do for a living. I work with these really cute characters. Um, Actually, I'll post a link to it. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I'll post it in the chat for the link to the Facebook page. I'm just gonna post it up. I just don't want you to see all my all my stuff. Sorry, I'm just really tired. I'm a little burnt out right now. But I'm gonna post up the Facebook page of the game so you can see it. See what I've actually worked on. I only worked on two of the characters in that. Here we go. Copy. There we go. Yeah, that went to Twitch. Alright, sweet. So, I don't know if you can click the link. I can't click the link through my chat, but that's what been doing all day. I've been working on another character for them. So, uh, I will be. I'll finish this probably a little bit later. I think we're about to eat soon anyway. Um, and a friend is kind of asking me for help on another animation. So, um, I might do this on my own. I might just finish it up later, and it'll take like 30 minutes to an hour, maybe. I'm probably just gonna erase all of this and redo it. But thank you for watching and chiming in. Uh, Not what I want to switch. Not what I want to click. Yeah. All right. But I'm gonna finish up the tongue. That's literally the last thing aside from minor cleanup stuff, mainly the knee, and just to double check my work because I haven't looked at this in a couple of days. But I'll be back up to animate more, to do more animations. I got to do an idle pose for this guy, which definitely won't be a long animation. So I literally already have the idle pose. I just need to actually get some animation. Probably I'm gonna play with the tongue. Just probably do like a bunch of this sort of thing. And go with that. The other thing I do need to make a quick mention about because I've been noticing. I go back through my streams to watch a little bit of stuff to see if I say anything stupid or if my mics go out and seeing anything go wrong. I animate a lot slower on the stream than I do in real life, and it's mainly for your sake, so I can show you guys like how I work and when I can explain things and stuff like that. In case uh, I move too fast or for some reason the stream frames per second drop or anything like that. I do not animate this slow normally. This would probably already be done right now if I wasn't slacking. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll try and get this up, back up a little bit later tonight so we can finish this, and then I'm probably going to be playing some games so I can relax and not be stressed. Or I might spend it with my wife. Most likely spend it with my wife. We don't really celebrate Valentine's Day too much, but I'll probably spend it with her. It's Valentine's Day. I can't do that. Can't do that to her. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. I'll see you later.